Right. So the first segment we're gonna get into today, we are going to put you on game about Equifax.
Yep, we're going to put you on game about Equifax. Equifax is a credit reporting agency. So there are three major credit reporting agencies.
Okay.
Equifax, TransUnion, and what's the other one?
I can't even. I don't even know the difference of them.
Okay, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian.
Okay.
So your credit is reported to all of these three different agencies, and your credit score is usually the average of all three.
Okay.
When you apply for credit or do anything that has anything to do with credit, even if you lease your apartment, of course, if you credit your credit cards, your bank account, all that stuff, those people report, and some bill companies do it too. Mm-hmm. Those people report your bill payment history and all that stuff to a credit bureau.
Okay.
And after they do their calculations, they come up with your credit score, and your average credit score is of those three.
Why is it important for us to have all three of those though?
That's the way it is. Those are the three major credit reporting bureaus that they use to comprise your credit score.
Okay.
So Equifax had a data breach, and it affected 143 million people.
Wow.
143 million people. So that's damn near everybody. Any line of credit that you open is basically in jeopardy because they got credit card numbers, social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, and names in one way or another. Like they said, I think the average, there's about 203,000 credit card numbers specifically that were leaked. But any one of those other things could have been leaked of 143 million people.
That happened back in I want to say 2013. I want to say with Target. Target had a breach with their credit cards.
They had that, and then there was another one not too long after that where people's email addresses were sent.
Damn.
So this apparently began in July, and I'm getting this off of Fox 23 News. The sequence of events began July 29th. The company's security team detected suspicious network traffic association with the software that ran its online dispute portal. So you know how you can go online and dispute anything that's on your credit report? So their dispute portal was compromised. After blocking that suspicious traffic, they took that software offline. Okay. Then it gets a little cloudy about what happened after that. Then they say, after they discovered a flaw in the source, they used the security software that they had. They had to revamp it. They fixed it, whatever. Okay. But then they noticed that didn't work. So in March, they had an available fix for it. Apparently that didn't work. So they're not sure why it happened.
That sounds like an inside job. How the hell do you do that with a credit? If you're going to do that with a credit card, damn, can somebody finally hit Sally Mae?
I don't know if you know this or not, but they put something online where they said you go to this website and you can see whether your information was compromised or not. Okay. You go to the website is down now.
Okay.
So I guess they had too much traffic to handle the situation. But then what they're offering you is a credit monitoring, which is done by, guess who? Them. So it's like, how do you everybody's kind of in limbo. What you can do is freeze your credit, and you could just completely go dark as far as getting any credit out in your name or whatever.
I used to work for a bank and see that makes me understand why a lot of the clients, when they used to call in, they used to say, I don't trust doing anything on a computer. I would rather call in and speak with somebody.
I mean, but we all go online and we do all this stuff now. We shop online now. Everybody has Facebook, Instagram, whatever. You buy stuff through the apps, and it's just a little too easy now for your information to get compromised. But you wouldn't think that Equifax, whose job it is to specifically deal with your personal information, would have top notch. Are we living in a bubble of uncertainty?
But that's why I say it might be an inside job. I don't think, because something about that just don't sound right at all.
Listen to this. It gets even shadier. So a few of their top executives sold their stock right before this information came out. Not all of it, but they sold a percentage of their stock. And since these allegations came out, some of their top, the CFO, and a few other executives have retired. So, you know, the stock took a hit this week. As a society, though, as a people, I mean, our hands are kind of tied. I mean, you can dispute stuff, but you really are going to have to take care of your credit history and monitor your credit report now more than you ever did before. Because if you notice, what's going to probably happen is if once you get notified, your credit card company is going to say, hey, there's a possibility that your security has been compromised, your credit card number might be floating around out there somewhere, so we're going to send you a new credit card number, which is probably going to happen to basically everyone soon. Because, I mean, that's all you can really do at this point. But everybody check your credit, because, I mean, 143 million people.
It's a lot of fucking people. Like you said, it's almost everybody. That is
your name, your social security number, your address, your credit card number is just floating around out there. Jesus and Christ. They gave you a website to go to see if your security was compromised. But what I'm hearing now is that in the fine print of that website, you may have opted out of a class action lawsuit, if there were one, to come about from this. When you go to check your social security number, there's something that, you know, clicking it is saying you're opting out. And even if there was a class action lawsuit, I mean, everybody would probably end up getting like $1 because there's just too many people involved. So what is the end? What do? We just have to monitor our credit. Bottom line, find out what steps are being taken. If you want to join in a class action lawsuit and get your $1, hey, I'll do it too. But at the end of the day, just like we were talking about with the government, because Equifax lobbied to get it so that they wouldn't be sued if something like this happened. So It also goes back again to the government and who you vote for and where they stand on situations like this. Because a lot of what people are trying to get done now is like no security, nobody overlooks these institutions, and we can't have that. The EPA, everything like that. So it's going back to look who you vote for, monitor your credit. So we just want to put you up on game on staying on top of the important issues.